One step I forgot to mention is when you remove the calipers, you have to remove this little bolt here to the calipers. That's the brake line, so we could free this up. So now that I have that removed, the brake line is up here slowly draining. If you let it go down, it'll just drain all the way out. I don't have all the tools in the world. I'm gonna use this 18mm socket. It fits there nice and snug. Real nice. And I'm gonna use that to remove these, remove this bracket. All right, for the easy part, I removed the calipers. These are the 18mm bolts that I pulled out. It's the bracket, it's the calipers. Now I need to find a socket that'll fit these. That's gonna be the real hard part. That's my brake line draining. Okay, so I broke the bolts loose, and it could be 18mm metric or 18mm standard. It does not matter because they both works really well. So here's the 4 bolts that came out of my rotor. Now we just gotta pry it off. All right, for those of you that have an issue taking off this rotor after everything's said and done because it's so rusted on there, I use this tool right here. This tool, this is like a little beater bar. You slide it all the way to the end and hit this and boom. And what it does is it creates force. See, this is the one I use to get the rotor off. This goes on here. We'll take this off. This goes on the end like a little T, and you put it on this side, and then you slam this thing. And what that does is that puts force and knocks off the rotor. So now I did the rotor, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna use to take off the actual hub. Now with this tool, I attach it to the old posts, put on my lug nuts to secure it, and then I'm gonna slam this backwards and pull that off. But first, before we do that, we have to remove this line right here. You don't want to damage that. All right, this is a size 5mm Allen key that removes this. Definitely need an extension. We're almost there. All right, now that's removed, I'm going to go ahead and beat this off. As you can see, the cracks are starting to form. And just like that, it is off. Now, so I guess since I'm doing the whole hub assembly, it might be similar to do the wheel bearings this route. That's a magnet. Now we're just gonna tighten this down. You know, honestly, I'm gonna use a torque wrench to get the specified torque for my major components like these bolts right here. It's my brand new hub assembly. So now I got this new hub assembly nice and secured with the bolts. One other thing that I realized after the fact is you don't really need to take this line out of the calipers right there. If you had like a clothes hanger or some other type of wire, you just move your caliper over here to the side and hang it up somewhere up here to keep it out of the way. And that way you don't have to bleed your brake lines after you reinstall everything like me, like a retard. So this is not necessary. I would actually advise to not remove this. I'll make a note. I'll make a note in the beginning. So now I have the caliper bracket secure. Here's that bolt, and here's the other bolt for the caliper bracket, this thing. I have all the bolts secured, nice and torqued for the hub assembly. Now I'm going to put on my main caliper, my other brake pad, and attach my wheel. So now I'm done with my brand new hub assembly, because my wheel was, you know, making that noise, which is very bad for the vehicle. Eventually, it'll like do some major damage. But all I have to do is bleed the brake lines, add some brake fluid, and good luck.